Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Thor Love and Thunder. So, I'm sure a lot of people have seen this already. What is this, the third or fourth installment of Thor? I think it's the fourth, right? Whatever. Third or fourth. Whatever. Here's the thing, only 6.6 on IMDb. Now, 194,925 people have seen it already or rated it on IMDb. So, way behind the times on this one, but it just came out on Disney Plus. So I'm excited to watch it. So we'll see. Thor enlists the help of Valkyrie, Korg, ex-girlfriend Jane Foster to fight Gore, the God Butcher, who intends to make gods extinct. Whatever. So, you know, we've got all the cast of characters in it. You don't need me to tell you, but Christian Bale's in it. That's kind of cool. So we'll see. I'm excited. Low expectations. Even Santa Claus told me that he didn't think it was that great. But, I don't know. We'll see. 2 hours long. It's a weekend. Let me get into it. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Thor Love and Thunder. We're at the 1 hour, 3 minute, and 17 second mark. So, over halfway. There's 57 minutes left, so, you know, just slightly over halfway. So far, okay. It's trying too hard to be funny, is what I think. But, I mean, the plot line, you know, is there's Christian Bale plays like a god killer. Good backstory there on why he's that, and I think that's interesting. I like that. But he's just going around and he's trying to kill all the gods. So, Thor is teaming up with, as we said before, the people to try and stop them. And that's really what it's kind of all about. Now, there's some decent cameos. Matt Damon's in it. Chris Hemsworth's brother's in it. Russell Crowe is in it, you know, and so that's fun, too. But really, I guess the big knock, at least for me at this point, is I love the humor, you know, and the Guardians are in it, so, you know, Christopher Platt's in it and everybody there. So there's some funny parts, don't get me wrong, but there's parts where it's like, that's just kind of silly, you know, and that doesn't make me laugh. Some do, but not all of that. So I can, if it continues down this path, I can see why the scores are so low. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to get back to it. Be back in a bit. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Thor Love and Thunder, and I have to say it's cool watching it on Disney Plus because it gives you the option to skip credits and go right to the end credit scenes. There's 2 of them. Not a spoiler alert, but they're nothing major, to be honest with you. So, but if you're watching it on Disney Plus, you get to skip right to it and see it. So that's, love that, love that. Now, the movie continued the way I kind of thought, but they're not as heavily silly in the second half of the movie, or it didn't catch me as silly. You know, it was much more in line with other movies. And I know they're trying to mimic the gold that they found in Thor Rancor, because that was funny. And I thought that was like the as they inch into the comedic side. Not that, I mean, all of their movies have some humor in them, but that one really took the cake, I think. I really enjoyed that one, and because it, you know, it was funny. And I think they tried to do that again with this one, but over the top, and like I had said many, many times, comes off as silly and not that funny. And I also think they tried to make it a little bit more kid-friendly. I mean, there's a big part about children in this, and so maybe that's where they were going with it. And so for us who, you know, who are childish inside, didn't relate as much to the humor as maybe you would think. The other thing I think I'd like to mention, normally in a lot of these Marvel movies, they have these huge battle scenes. They take on, and you know, it's just like forever. For me, I'm like, okay, I like a good battle scene, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them just drone on and on and on and on, and it's like, ugh, let's get to it. Let's figure out who wins, who dies, you know, like that kind of thing. So I think they do a good job in this one. Like, I didn't feel that way when I was watching this one. I thought it was, you know, I'm interested, I'm watching, and there was a lot going on. There were battles, of course, but they didn't feel like, you know, they were overdone. It was just like they got to the point to where you needed it to get. So I like that about it. Also, if you're a fan of Guns N' Roses, you'll love the soundtrack. I thought it was interesting. You know, the opening scene starts with Guns N' Roses playing. And when I saw Love and Thunder, I kept thinking AC/DC would have been the soundtrack for this. But I was wrong. It was, excuse me, Guns N' Roses. So, whatever. It worked. And one last thing, the credits, not the black and white credits that scroll, the ending credits, they look awesome. I think that looked really, really cool. It was like heavy metal 80s kind of flair to it, and 3D, and I thought that I liked that a lot. So there you go. Good, not great. I don't think I'm as down on it as others, but it's definitely not my favorite Thor. I mean, nothing can beat Rancor or Ragnarok or whatever it was. But and I like all the cameos, and I like all the cool people in it. So just a little too silly. Alright, that's it. Hopefully I was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.